Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the DomJake podcast. I am your host, Jake,
Whoa. Hold on. I'm the host here.
but I'm still a host.
You're
Why
in
you
this
interrupted me?
in this particular episode, I'm the host. You're the co-host.
But it's
And by the
episode 36. What's up with that?
there's a little reason why here.
Why would that be? I did 12, I did 24. What this is 36?
Well, I'm taking on the task today, though, to be knocking down the Hollywood Walk of Fame stars.
Well, I guess technically Mr. Hollywood didn't tell me that it was only up to me, so, I'm sure, go go ahead. I had an episode planned out, but go ahead. Take it.
Well,
What are we doing with 36?
what I'm going to be doing this time in this episode is we're going to be ranking C stars, not those kind of C stars, but the C stars, the actors, the musical artists. But however, in this particular episode, we're going to be ranking them based on what they're most notably known for. Let's just say, here's an example. Mark Wahlberg, he could probably be known for action movies. But we're going to be doing this based on, like I said, what they're best known for. So essentially, I have a list of these celebrities, and me and Jake are going to pick the final person on who's the best, comedian, drama, etc.
So essentially, we have around 24 to 26 themes and categories that we're just going to be finding who's the best one out of all of them. All of those categories, one is the winner. One person gets to keep their star out of every single comedy actor, out of every single radio show host, out of every single musician, and so on and so forth. But there is also another surprise that I have also included at the way end of it, just because I felt like it. Yes, I'm the one who created the I guess board. Dom's the one who filled it out. If we're gonna break the what is it?
Break the ice.
We're gonna break the illusion of Dom doing all of this on his own and me pretending that I didn't know about it. Right. If we're gonna break the illusion, I also added the inclusion of a D choice and a J choice, which essentially means that just because, let's say, Mark Wahlberg was voted out of the action star, it means that one of us can also just decide to keep Mark Wahlberg's star in the very end.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he might be in comedies, but he's, I guess, also known for his action stuff. I don't know. This is going to be quite an interesting one to do.
And as always, with these Hollywood episodes, Mr. Hollywood, you told us that our decisions are what you're going to be doing. We're doing these types of episodes every 12, so next time is 48. And
definitely. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get started on the action stars and then rank them from there and then beyond.
All right, let's get into it.
All right.
With...
Here we go. Okay, so for the action celebrities, we have Daniel Craig, David Carradine, or Carradine, however you say it, Irving Cummings, Irving, however you say that as well, Jackie Chan, Nicolas Cage, John Chambers, Russell Crowe, and Tom Cruise. Yep, they're well known for the action categorization here. To give you guys my personal vote, right off the bat, the guy Tom Cruise, he's been, at least on my viewpoint, he definitely went above and beyond in terms of action. Like, we've seen him on planes. We've also seen him, I don't know if it was the right movie. I think he did a lot of parkour stunts and stuff. But this guy is is like the name of action, and that's just going to be my personal vote. I mean, I don't know what Jake here has.
Well, so I will agree that Tom Cruise does definitely have a big handle on the action plate, I'll call it, but I'm gonna be talking about a little bit about Daniel Craig over here. He is, I would say, he is one of the 007 James Bonds. Daniel Craig, maybe not the more notable one, but he is one of the later ones, I would say. 007 is one of those, I think, standalone action spy, whatever, types of franchises. Um, but obviously, he's not every single instance of 007. So I wouldn't exactly say that Daniel Craig's the winner overall, but I would also give a nice, let's say, spotlight to Jackie Chan as well. Both Tom
Jackie.
Cruise and Jackie Chan have done their own stunts and their own fighting sequences. No
Yep.
body doubles for them, unless if I don't know. There might have been some body doubles in some cases, but
For the most
overall,
part.
for the most part, those two are the ones that at least we could think of that are doing their own action stunts, and that alone stunt work is an action staple. So to me, it's
Mhm.
only pretty much versus Jackie Chan and Tom Cruise, with
I'm.
my edge probably going to Jackie Chan just because he is the one who kind of revolutionized it, since he's one of the classic action stunt work people.
Oh yeah,
And
he's.
I would honestly think that Tom Cruise was probably inspired a little bit by Jackie Chan, really.
Hmm.
Um,
I was gonna have like Jackie Chan kind of in. That was kind of like my personal second place vote, but yeah, I think Jackie Chan is also another like name when it comes to action.
and I mean, I would say a third place for me personally would be Nicolas Cage.
Mm.
Steal the Declaration of Independence.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So it
So
sounds
we're
like we
all.
have a little bit of an impasse, though. My main vote being Jackie Chan, your main vote being Tom Cruise. The way that this, I guess, Sea Stars is working is one of them takes the cake. So
Mm-hmm.
who's going to be it?
So the overall rating, we'll have to say Jackie Chan since he's kind of the one that revolutionized a whole like genre in and of itself. Even though action has been around for a long time, but I guess you could say he redefined it to a degree. I always thought like my personal vote's like, okay, this guy's. I don't think he would even need a double, so he's done some very dangerous stunts.
Because I'm going to be honest, if we're just going based off of what you would know,
Well,
maybe Tom Cruise, sure. But I'm gonna maybe go on a limb here, and I could be definitely wrong, but I might be. But I would say more people know of the name Jackie Chan than they do Tom Cruise. I don't know if that's accurate, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that.
he was definitely good in the Rush Hour trilogy.
And Kung Fu Panda.
Yep, I'm guessing Master Shifu.
No, actually, Shifu was Dustin Hoffman.
Mm, so he ain't on this list.
Nah, he's an H.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Jackie Chan played the monkey.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, as of like this time, yes, Kung Fu Panda 4 is out now in theaters.
Oh, it's
Okay.
actually out. I thought it was
The
coming out. Whatever.
oh came out well a couple days ago as of this recording.
Oh, interesting. All right.
But yes, I guess Jackie Chan takes the cake.
Yes, he takes the cake for this one.
All right.
All right, come on, we got a lot more of these to go through. We,
Okay,
we got a lot. Let's do this.
we gotta start. We gotta start. Okay, next one, drama, which isn't my strongest personal taste, but I mean, I do like drama stuff too. But okay, anyways, here's the list of names that I collected: Bryan Cranston, Dabney Coleman, Donald Crisp, Dylan Cannon, Glenn Close, Jack Carson, James Caan, James Colburn, Ken Corday, Kevin Costner, Laura Hope Cruz, McDonald Carey, Montgomery Clift, Richard Chamberlain, Steve Cotran, Tony Curtis, and those are the names. Huh. Yep. I mean, I've definitely heard all these names, but
So I'll say something first, though. I didn't say anything with the action stars, but I kind of want to say this. Obviously, some of the Hollywood stars who own their stars may no longer be with us, but so we are going to try to judge them as they were in their life, because obviously in the 1910s things were different than they are in the modern day. People might be more inclined to think of a radio star, thinking of a silent film actor instead of a modern day, I don't know, Jesse Eisenberg or
or
whatever.
or as
So
they start, well, as they first started becoming called talkies.
so regardless if they're walkies, if they're talkies, or if they're or if
Like
they're
walking.
whatever's silent films, we are trying to be as respectful to who they were and honestly who they are, because you can still watch a lot of these movies, listen to a lot of these shows,
Yep.
even after they have passed. The reason why I'm bringing that up here is because of, you know what, I'll start with this one because of my vote, and it's almost a hands down, is James Caan. That's
James Caan.
that's who I'm pretty much going to be voting for. Um, he did pass away 2 years ago, 2022, as of
Mm,
the recording.
God.
I
Yep.
mean, he was in The Godfather, right?
I think
That's one of those where you kind of have to like you kind of have to give him credit for that because that is
I think he is.
The Godfather.
I think I would probably take my vote. I mean, yeah, as he was back then. Yep, I would. I would say this guy does get a star for putting on a good performance here.
I mean, another person who I think would definitely be able to. You know what? I see two more that I really agree with, and that's the Bryan Cranston and that's Glenn Close.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Bryan Cranston most famous for, I would say, the Breaking Bad series, and he's probably also maybe did a cameo in Better Call Saul too. But and then Glenn Close, the modern call her like the drama version of Meryl Streep or something. I don't know. She's uh,
Mm,
like you tune into the Oscars once, you will hear her name.
yeah.
This I'm probably going to be for James Caan for my vote of drama. What do for drama?
Mm, I might probably say Cranston, the Breaking Bad, and then he's also like Malcolm in the Middle. He was also in Malcolm in the Middle.
Which I
That's
mean,
not
that's more of a comedy, but like it can get into its dramatic parts, I guess.
no, but they're pretty. I think Bryan Cranston is also. I mean, yes, not because he's how iconic, but also yeah, he did definitely play a good role. Scene. as well. So my vote will be Bryan Cranston.
Another impasse. We got James Caan and we got Bryan Cranston. So who's gonna take it?
So I guess we're James Caan then, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me. Yep. We got our final votes. I put my final vote for drama.
You are thinking of James Caan being it?
That'd be it. My vote, so with the impasse, but it'll be him. Okay.
Big list here, man.
We all wanna laugh at some point, so we got a lot of comedians or comedians. We may know, some of them we may not know. And just like in the drama, we specify that we'll judge them based on what they were, not modern day beliefs, but so we'll pay our respects. So
I know we just said that in drama, but there is at least two names that I can see right now that we will still mention them, but
oh no, mentioning them.
chances are they're not gonna win it just after.
I don't think they.
Like,
We already
based
know they're
on
not gonna win.
stigma. Like, it's one thing if somebody passed away, right? And we're kind of judging based on their peak and whatever, because they can't make movies anymore if they are. Sure.
Unless
But
they.
just go. We got a lot of these celebrities. Just say them.
It would still be disrespectful to even AI the dead celebrities.
Happen.
Yep. Start off with the list starts with Al, Christine, Arnie, Ben. One of the controversial names, Bill Cosby.
But bop.
Yes. Indeed. Flaws, which is, well, it's actually a name of, that's not the person's actual name, but that's just what this guy's known professionally as. Later, Charles Christie. Conklin. Yeah. Chevy Chase. Of course, Frank Capra. Marlon. Cooker. Conrad. Coca. Oh god, these names though, but Jigney, John Conte, John Jack, Joe Pryor, Cuoco, Carrillo, Lou Costello, Holly Calkin, Carlisle, Morris Nutt, Noah Osby, Robert Cumming, Sean Diddy Combs, Sid Caesar, Steve Carell, Tim Conway, Wally Cox, and Terry Crews.
You go first.
I'm surprised Jim Carrey wasn't on this list because he's definitely one of the big names in comedy. And some of these a lot of these I know, also a lot I don't know. To put the nail in, go for Carell here.
So what you could do also is you could name like three of them, especially for the categories that have a lot of people in them. You can name three of them, and then I can name three of them, and then if there's somebody that we both think, then that's like an automatically yeah.
Yep.
If you want to look at the rest of them and think about.
Okay, so I guess 3 votes here. Terry Crews. Well,
my 3, as for me, I think my 3 would probably go to Steve Carell, 2.5 Men, and Macaulay Culkin.
Him is the charter.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Yes, Steve Carell. He's been in a lot of 2000s movies like Bruce Almighty Anchorman, Despicable Me, Mighty, which is a spinoff. But
Steal the moon!
it. Yep.
The minions here.
Oh, we've already mentioned at least. This is probably the third episode now we've mentioned it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Earlier that you were going to get a little bit into who Canteen Floss was,
Oh yes,
because
but
that's the only nickname that we got here.
His real name is Mario Fortino Alfonso Marino Reyes. So it's definitely got the name already. A Mexican filmmaker, but we have our votes.
And both did say Steve Carell.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, if you're down, I'm down.
I'm doing Steve Carell. I was like, I really care he was on here as well. These guys, and Terry Crews is kind of this way too. He's pull off like weird faces and like jokes without it feeling like it's forced in. Like, you know how like people tell us, "Oh, you're a natural." Well, in this case, it's these guys when it comes to certain things, like the stuff. Yeah. So final vote, Steve Carell.
I would say so too. And speaking of the comedy roles, I have something from Screen Rant. Just a one sentence that I'm going to read out. The fact that Jim Carrey doesn't have a star on a Hollywood Walk of Fame is simply astounding when considering his iconic movies such as The Truman Show, The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and, the comedy stuff like The Grinch.
Some of those movies, I don't think the first thing I was thinking of was like Eternal Sunshine.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. This is Screen Rant. Screen Rant says 15 surprising actors who do not have a Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
His like at least his three like iconic movies are like Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura, and Liar. Those are a few of them, but we're not gonna go into that.
We don't need to get everybody.
But well, for the next thing, which is supposed to be science fiction, I cannot get really any celebrities who are well known for that.
Honestly, just skip over it. I could just say for fantasy, the next one, we have Fred Clark. We have, oh, look at that, nobody. So I think my vote is for him.
Yeah, perfect.
Dom, who was Fred Clark?
Well, he is like American film and television character actor, often cast in authoritative roles. So he's like one of those bossy people in movies.
That is the artisty guy. Easy vote.
I'll vote for Fred Clark. Sure.
Oh, I was voting for Cred Clark.
Well, evil twin. Oh, that's his evil twin, though.
That's not a fantasy movie. That's a dark fantasy movie, then.
Yeah. So he did make. Well, this was kind of before our time, but he was in a movie back in 1947 called. That's his. It was called The Unsuspected.
Somehow I did not suspect that.
Well, die, but there's been a lot of other stuff here, which definitely think maybe it's something at least our grandparents / parents know of.
Oh, so it wouldn't be anything certain day.
But we're gonna treat this like it is back in the day. Got the star though. Of a lot of the fantasy movies. So give him his star. He would be 110 years old.
So chances are he's another one who's no longer
With us. May he rest in peace.
And everyone else who we didn't. mention.
Move on to horror, which you may like, you may not like. I only 3 people here. Jamie Lee Curtis, Carradine, which I did do a Carradine name. No. Yes, David Carradine was in the action. So this
Any
is John
relation?
Carradine. Yeah. Scatman Crothers, or Crothers.
Relation between David?
That was not really something that was on my mind when I was putting this on the list.
Lovely. Any insight as to who the 3 of them are?
Curtis sounds like a name people know than the other 2, but that's just only my perspective here. This is American. She's known for her performances in the horror and slasher genres. She is regarded as the Scream Queen, so she Scream. Right.
How about John and Scatman? Are you researching live?
I've okay. See if he's one of the most. He's. Hey, you know what? It's more authentic if you do it live.
Well, I was thinking of like, if I asked you these questions, you'd have somewhat of an idea.
Well, just like Bill O'Reilly said, do it live. But hey, he's definitely known for his horror films. This is definitely not our time here.
Then
Live between in the years 1906 to 1988.
06, okay.
So he's been like something like which is a popular like character. House of Dracula, Billy the Kid versus Dracula, granddaughter of Dracula. So he's done a lot of Dracula stuff. Mr. John.
Man.
Or Mr. or Miss whatever. Scatman Crothers is an American actor and musician. He is known for playing Louis the Garbage Man on the TV show Chico and the Man.
Okay.
Yep, so it's definitely one of those shows. It's like one of the live because they cannot really store any information. Those like what our generation would be like, oh, those are like old people shows. He passed away in 1986. He was born in 1910. For him, it would be happy 14th birthday if he was alive. So the star for her acting in like Scream.
You believe that this is unanimous? I also Jamie Lee Curtis. She almost has to because she's like revolutionary for the horror genre and how big of a force it even is. I mean, like she was just. I think her father was a director somewhere who like knew that this up and coming guy needed a young actress for a main role, and then she just killed it, and that like jump started it, just because her father knew someone who needed it. I think that's how the story of how she got her start went. I could be missing some pieces, but the Scream Queen, of course, she comedy things as well, and I believe some musical things as well. I think she's one of the one can do like playwriting, not playwright, but you know what I mean. So I'm definitely fine with that. I mean, close second is probably John Carradine because of the fact that I believe I had heard of his name before, and best way to judge things, right? If I've heard of them before,
I mean, he's definitely definitely got quite a mustache.
You know what? Mustaches. We gotta do it. Yeah, we gotta do it. Right? But Jamie Lee Curtis, though, I would say definitely.
All right.
Next up, we got animated.
And it's only one person here.
And we're looking at Gregory La. Is that just Lakov?
No, Lakava.
There's more. Gregory
All right.
Lakava. I
Yep,
think I vote for them, but who are they?
It's an American film director, Italian's best director. He's also done some animation work.
Like?
Says about this dude. Oh, yes, he was an animator on the animated series. Like Grouch Chasers. So I better run.
Chasers?
Yeah. So anyone from Sesame Street, run for the hills.
I just got that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a unanimous vote.
Yeah. So then.
Bow, ba-da, bow, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, bow, boom.
Yeah. Well, if we were doing overall, is the best, but it's the someone not in the Sea Stars. But all right, let's get going here. First off, we got Bill Conn, followed by Carol Channing, Sid, Sid Charisse, Don, Cornelius, George Cohan, Jan Clayton, Joanne Caulfield, Nancy Carroll, Ruth E. Carter, Sue Carroll, and Yvonne DiCarlo. And
Want to take this?
I wonder if. Oh no! Their names are spelled differently.
Like I'll be honest, the only one I heard of, and I'm not even big in the musical movie genre.
I don't know much here.
I'm only I've heard of Ruth before.
I have honestly almost close to not have heard of any of these people.
She's award winning, man. Like she's great when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's will be my vote.
My vote is Carter.
All right, Sue Carroll. / thriller. We only have
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Well, he ain't here now. Dun, dun. Yeah. We got this list here of celebrities.
The next one is Mystery Thriller.
Donald Cook, Jerome Cohen, and the last one is Laird Kreger.
Which one you voting for?
Okay, so yep, Donald Cook, Jerome Cohen, and Laird Kregar. Which honestly, any of these people either.
Tell us about all three of them.
Okay, so Donald Cook, and nope, he is not a chef. He was an American stage and film actor who had a prolific career in pre-code Hollywood films and on Broadway. Cook is perhaps best known for his film roles in The Public Enemy, Safe in Hell, Babyface, and Viva Villa, as well as his stage role as David Naughton in Claudia, which ran for a total of 722 performances on Broadway between 1941 and 1943. He was the first actor Ellery Queen, sure. But no, definitely not one of these. Like, he put his toes in the water for like other like stuff too, not just mystery / thriller. But all right, so we're gonna talk. which, yes, we know he is a stage television actor here. Traveling stuff shortly afterwards, enlisting in the Navy World War One. But okay, let's meat and potato. He appeared in over 100 films, but is remembered for 2 roles in classic films like Miles Archer, the doomed partner of Sam Spade in The Maltese Falcon, and Thomas Mara, the hopeless, hapless district attorney who has to prosecute Santa Claus in Miracle on 34th Street. Well, I mean, I don't like my experience watching this guy because I didn't grow up watching him, but he sounds like he's had quite a life here. I mean, he enlisted over 100 films. If I were, I would probably pick him, but more to talk about, which is Guard. Which he is an American state actor. He's for his villainous performances in films such as I Wake Up Screaming, This Gun from the Lodger. So he's been in one of those crazy people. He's like genre. Actually, Hat Regar.
Honestly, I think that's that like because horror, I would say, is like really in your face about things,
Mm-hmm.
but thriller is just like alluding to different things that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that Laird Krieger is in a proper position.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of inclined to agree with you, just over the fact that 100 movies. I would like Jerome.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like we're there. I'll move on to romance. We got Alan Curtis. We got Joan Collins. And we've got Richard Cromwell.
Yep. And again, don't really.
For shame, Squidward. For shame.
Yes, he has been in over 50 films. At least there from the early to 20th century. Alan Curtis. Yep, he's been in. He actually becoming an actor.
That's the pipeline with a.
Yep, kind of looks like Elvis. Yeah, so yep, his look would. He began appearing in films in the late 1930s, including a Technicolor appearance in the Alice Faye Don Amici film, Hollywood Cavalcade, and a memorable role in High Sierra, which he is definitely probably best known as one of the romantic leads in Abbott and Costello's first hit movie, Buck Privates. So yep, he's definitely that dude. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, as we only have 2 more people to look at here. He's an English and columnist with a career spanning of nearly 8 decades. Collins is the recipient of several accolades, including a Golden Globe Award, People's Choice Awards, Soap Opera Digest Awards, and a Primetime Emmy Award. She's one of the last surviving actresses from the golden age of Hollywood cinema. Yep. Examples here. Fear in the United. That's just to name a couple, but
Tales from the Crypt. I've heard of that one.
That sounds familiar. Okay, next, actually, the last one on Richard Cromwell. That's although people call at the work in Jezebel with Betty Davis and Henry Fonda, and again with Fonda in John Ford's Young Mr. Lincoln. Yeah, again, one of these things where we're not familiar with, although maybe like a grandparent or great grandparent may know. But third three, I'm gonna have to go with Alan Curtis. We're really there, people, not just for his looks, but even his movies. But his looks just a little pinch.
I'll tell you straight up. I kind of have a tie, and I could tell people that I have a tie with. So I'm Ray Curtis, Joan Collins, and Richard. All three of them, I think, are from your summaries very talented and well deserving of stars. But those three, I am at an impasse for. I can't between the three of them. So I guess your vote was. I'm gonna say I'm undecided, so vote is Alan Curtis.
Okay, perfect.
Next up, we got
All right.
Western, the Yeehaws. We got Chuck Connors. We got Gary Cooper. We got Jane Cooper. We got Keith Carradine. We got Penelope Cruz. We got Rod Cameron. We got Rory Calhoun. And Yakima Canute. Yakima can't take it anymore.
I bet so too.
I'm going to say it right now. It is Penelope Cruz.
All right. All right. What is okay? First of all, this is the third Carradine on this list.
How many Carradines can screw in a light bulb?
I have no idea. Probably takes more than three, I'll tell you that. He is definitely known for his. Keith Carradine here is better known for his roles as Tom Frank in Robert Altman's film Nashville. EJ and definitely been known a lot of things. Although I'm not familiar with him, so I can say I know. But we're going to talk about who you voted for, oh, okay. Yes.
I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean, man.
Arg, yep.
I mean, of course, she's been in other things as well.
Penelope Cruz, was she in Grown Ups?
Was she in?
She looks familiar.
And Adam Sandler's in that, maybe.
Hold on. She looks a lot like. Oh, wait a minute. I think she was in the second Zoolander movie, which is
That sounds right. I just haven't seen it, but that sounds right.
So I'm gonna have to vote for her.
Yeah, get more women represented on here. I think we only have Jamie Lee Curtis. Is that right? Wait, no, Ruth too.
Yeah. Well, okay. So yes, we do have them on here, but we also acknowledging everyone. Next one here. Next one, hero movies. Honestly, there's definitely a lot more, but because of the limitations, stars, I only got 2.
Yeah, just the C last names.
Yep.
And who would all?
I think we all at least know this guy, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch?
Linda Carter.
For those of you not in the know, or both of them. Since 2 in this category, why not give a little bit of a summary, or maybe what they're in?
He's definitely voice actor in the CGI Grinch movie, but he's an English actor known for his work on screen and stage. But we're gonna to be more specific. Let me go. Oh yes, he was the reason why he's a superhero. It's because he was Doctor Strange. That role.
It was Megan in the Lord of the Rings. The freaking dragon.
Yes. Well, you know what? I don't really watch that, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, we need to do a friggin' watch party. It's gonna take like friggin' 24 hours or whatever, but we gotta do it.
Already, you already sound like a better known as Doctor Strange. So my vote so far, him. But
Carter.
Okay, well, yeah, well, I said so far. That's the key word.
Well,
okay, no, but
so far,
Linda. Okay, yep, she wasn't just an acting but singer and a beauty pageant title holder, best known as the star of the live-action television series Wonder Woman. Yep. Oof. Two competing different companies here.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, my vote right now, it has to be Linda Carter. No, not just because she's the one, but she's one of the people who like started the whole thing, like the whole superhero stuff. I would say Wonder Woman is more of an icon than Benedict Cumberbatch.
So I guess based on, revolutionizing or kind of setting the foundation, then became like something that Benedict Cumberbatch would do, right?
And obviously, like you said earlier, he's done other things. I'm not saying he deserves to get his star taken away, but it's worth noting that for superheroes, Linda Carter was definitely more iconic. So for that reason, I would have to Invisible Jet in front of voting for her. And I think for the superhero category, it has to be her. If it was Benedict Cumberbatch for like mystery or something, for his role as like Sherlock, or like, I don't know, sci-fi because he was one of the doctors. He was Doctor Who, which science fiction, man.
Oh yeah,
you didn't put him there.
We could have put him there, but there was really nothing I could find for science fiction.
I mean, Doctor Who. That is science fiction. What the heck? Or should I say, what the who?
Well, okay, but
my vote is Linda Carter.
Okay, well then let's go into a different universe and then vote for Benedict Cumberbatch. No, but I think, but all jokes aside, I would say we might have a tie here because I think she did set a foundation of what then became a modern superhero type movie.
So then,
break it. I don't know. Have Doctor Strange help us out?
Well, in that case, we need Wonder Woman to help us out. So to tell you what, on my Instagram, I'm gonna tag Linda Carter.
No, but Benedict Cumberbatch. How about that?
I mean, right now we're kind of in still. How do we break the tie, though?
I don't.
Because for us, like, I'm gonna be honest, and I said this before, but for the fact of this is superheroes that you put them both on, I have to give it to Linda Carter.
All right.
Don't get me wrong. Probably, honestly, I don't even think it's true, but for the sake of the argument, I'll say maybe Benedict's most well-known role is his stuff in Doctor Strange, but I still gotta give it to him. Like, he's talented. Straight up give you that.
I think they're both talented.
Oh, immensely. But I don't. If you put where Doctor Who belongs, then, well, first off, Linda Carter would Benedict Cumberbatch. You know, do you?
Sure, well,
we'll say this. Okay, superhero category, Linda Carter keeps her star, but we had science fiction in which Dom did not put anybody's name down, even though Benedict Cumberbatch really works. Because
Sure,
I would say he's more well known as
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. So both of them get to keep their star, and I guess that's the way we break this tie, right?
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
Compromise. There we go.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Congratulations, both of you. You rock.
so for my science fiction, I'm doing Benedict Cumberbatch, and for superhero, Linda Carter. Final
I
votes.
agree with both of those.
Okay.
Next up, we got children slash family. We got Alvin and the Chipmunks. We got Jackie Coogan, and we got Walter Catlett.
Oh.
Catlett.
All right, we're gonna find you here. Oh, Walter Kelly, the Chipmunks. Yes. I mean, that's how it was when I listed them, but we all know they are.
Have to memorize it in only 5.
I mean, Alvin and the Chipmunk.
That's
Um,
right.
no,
But
no, um, um, so, but no, it's just like
animated singing chipmunk. Big 10 years
yep,
ago
we got.
word. That is a hyphenated word. 10 years ago is one word.
Okay, yep, you nailed it. You should tell our teachers that.
Hyphens.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
I think
Jackie.
the factor of remember one of the others we did, the stars, we kind of agreed that made up characters didn't that accurate. Because
I don't.
I don't because we keep the people behind Big Bird but not Big Bird. Because that's just a character.
Yes. So, well, monks. I'm not looking at the end series here.
No, yeah, throughout monk history, like look at all of it.
So
But
the animated.
regardless, I'm gonna have to say my negative vote is going to the chipmunks. Yes, I know more about them, but just the factor of they are not real people.
I know.
We could give credit to like the people who maybe made the first chipmunk comic strip, maybe, or the
Okay, we're
first
gonna.
cartoon, or people who
Mm,
voiced some of them. I just
mhm.
don't think the chipmunks as a whole
Yep.
get the vote.
Let's see here. So yep, started in 1958. Um, the guy or the person who created it is Ross S. Baddarsan. Oh God, I can't.
Take 5
His last.
million.
Yep. So this guy. Yep. He was born around the time that a lot of these other actors are around. But like behind Alvin and the Chipmunks. So I guess we're gonna Ross Bagdasarian.
But his last name is so
Ross
that won't
Bag.
work.
So no.
That's what I said.
So I guess we'll disregard. But
I
so
said
yes, I guess.
my negative vote is to the chipmunks, meaning
Okay.
other give the other people a shot.
Okay. Clearing this out. Okay, now I can see Jackie Coogan. Not Jack. Yep, he's a American film actor and comedian who began his film career as a child star or a child actor in silent films. Coogan's role in Charlie Chaplin's film The Kid. So no, but he was. I knew he was in something animated. God. No, but he I'm gonna. I guess I'm rolling it stuff, not like necessarily animated. It's children's family, right? It doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be.
I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess so. I'll give
it
you
ain't
that.
it ain't some cell animation here. This time it's a. This time the cell is is capturing light with a camera. So, okay, let's go to food here. Pinocchio.
Oh, I've heard him.
Mm-hmm. So, yep, this guy's so he's been larger and stuff like that, but he's also made some sets. Not what he's.
To agree with that.
All
All right, next off, we have the category. I've just been playing the dinosaur game.
Perfect.
I'm not able to see things right.
It's indie films, also known as budget films or just B films.
The B movie.
Yes, Jerry Seinfeld. Not on this list because he is not a C star.
Black stripes, red, black stripes, yellow stripes, black stripes, yellow stripes, black stripes.
I prefer artificial sweetener made by man.
Well, that's not Barry B. Benson. That's just the dude.
That's Ken.
His name's Ken.
Yep.
Oh God.
Barry B. Benson. Hey, he ain't on. He should have been on B Stars.
Ah. I would not vote anything.
Well, at least he will not sting. At least. Although his will pierce my ears. But movies or these Arthur Kahn, Peggy Castle, Roger Coleman.
That's part of the messed up. Okay, now I'm back. Children's family. That was Walter.
Walter yep.
That was what we got. Indy, Arthur Cohn, Peggy Castle, Roger Corman, and Ronald Coleman. Okay. Now I'm with you.
Arthur Kahn. Yep, not Arthur Morgan. I'm not looking for him. Arthur Kahn. He's definitely known for also documentary stuff. He was also an independent film producer and has won 6 Academy Awards, which is more than any other independent film producer in film history.
For that alone, I might be inclined to just straight up say Arthur.
Well, as of now, that will be my vote.
We'll give the others a shot, though.
Let's look up Peggy Castle. Yep, she's definitely quote-unquote other woman. So it's just a nobody in B movies, not Peggy Call. So she's definitely she's just a side character, actor, producer, and actor known under various monikers such as the Pope of Pop Cinema. He is known as a trailblazer in the world of independent films. Many of Corman's films are low-budget cult films, including some of which are adapted from the tales of Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh my God. Edgar Allan Poe.
I don't know, over the edge, more edgier than Peggy Castle. How about that? Okay.
They're gone.
All right. Yep, I'll probably just so it's not.
But adventure, we got Iron Eyes Cody, we got Jackie Cooper, we got Marguerite Chapman, we got Maurice Costello, and we got Richard Crenna. I'm gonna vote for Maurice Costello because that's Abbott and Costello fame.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Well,
That's not the right person. Oh my god, that's not the right person.
Maurice
That's not the right person. I got the wrong person.
Richard Crenna.
That's not. That's not Abbott and Costello. That's not this. That's not the right person. Think.
Well, all right. Let's find out, shall we?
If that's Abbott and Costello, if Maurice is Abbott and Costello.
Actually, nah. He was a prominent. He was in the 1890s and early 1900s. He's been in other things too.
But is that Abbott?
Doesn't say he's in Abbott and Costello.
So we're going to go for Buster Crab because he's the only one there.
And all right, yep, we're voting for him. Or yeah.
All right, take the next one. We got a lot.
We got a lot here. For this one,
fast.
For this one, it's not just musicals. This is musicians, musical artists. Okay, Alice Cooper, Andrea Crouch, Benny Carter, Bing Crosby, Bob Crosby, Buddy Clark, Carmen Cavallero, Chicago, Destiny's Child, Don Cornell, Enrico Caruso, Fedor Chalala, whatever. Frankie Carol, Frank Crummett, George Clinton, Glenn Campbell, Hoagie Carmichael, Ice Cube, James Cleveland, Kelly Clarkson, Mariah Carey, Maria Callas, Maurice Chevalier, Mike Curb, Motley Crue, Natalie Cole, Nat King Cole, Patsy Cline, Perry Como, Phil Collins, Ray Charles, Robert Casadius, yeah, sure. Rosemary Clooney, Roy Clark, Sammy Kahn, Sam Cooke, Shirley Caesar, Sonny and Cher, Spade Cooley, Carpenters, the Chilites, Vicky Carr, Xavier Cugat. My vote will be for Mariah Carey since she also revolutionized the R&B type music. Or she was very iconic in that department.
That my vote has to go to Phil Collins. I mean, if you've listened to the Tarzan track, he kills it. Mm-hmm. So my vote is Phil Collins. Yours is Mariah Carey. We're gonna have to do a tiebreaker. Who is it?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube wins it.
Yep.
He gives it. All right, next.
Yep.
We got radio. We got Bill Cunningham. We got Bud Collier. We got Charles Correll. We got Dick Clark. We got Eddie Cantor. We got Gary Collins. We got Jeff Chandler. We got Jerry Colomino. We got Ken Carpenter. We got Milton Krause. We got Renan A. Crowell. And we got Tim Conway. I want to vote for friggin' Dick Clark.
Or sure, Bill Cunningham for me.
For me, it's Dick Clark because of the fact that he's the rockin' New Year's Eve guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So who's the tiebreaker? Who's the one person?
Gary Collins.
Gary Collins. You know what?
Okay.
Sure thing.
Okay. Now let's go before sound. We have silent films. So we have here is Alice Calhoun, Andy Clyde, Charles Chaplin, Clyde Cook, Dolores Costello, Ethel Clayton, Harry Carey, Hayne Conklin, Helene Costello, Jack Conway, James Cruz, Margaret Clark, Ricardo Cortez, William Collier. It's not Margaret either.
Marguerite.
Okay. Marguerite, yep, yeah. Andy Clyde, I'll just do that.
I'm going to say Charlie Chaplin because Charlie Chaplin is the GOAT.
Yep, okay, and then Harry Carey's the tiebreaker here. Okay.
So
next.
Charlie Chaplin has to take it. Charlie Chaplin is the guy. He's the GOAT.
Yep, he's the
silent
only
one
film boy
you've heard of.
Yes, I've heard of him because he has those silent movies with the hand
Charlie Chaplin
camera.
Is the tiebreaker.
Okay, perfect.
Because both of us heard of them. Okay, news in journalism. We got Alistair Cook. We got Charles Champlin. We got James Cameron. We got Marion C. Cooper. We got Michael Collins. We got Michael Curtis. We got Pierre Cossette. We got Stan Chambers. We got Stephen J. Cannell. I'm going James Cameron because James Cameron sounds like James Cameron.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
Tiebreaker or no? Do you agree?
Sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
James Cameron.
Okay, live stage hosting / performers. So these are from like talk shows to musicals, or not musicals, but just game shows. Okay, let's get going here. Andy Cohen, Betty Broderick Crawford, Charles Coburn, Claudia Colbert, Constance Collier, Constance Cummings, Dane Clark, David Copperfield, Diane Carroll, Drew Carey, Francis Ford, Paula, Gail Cates, whatever, Gower Champion, Ilka Chase, Ina Claire, Janine Carson, Joan Crawford, Johnny Carson, John Cromwell, Joseph Cotton, Kitty Carlisle.
Carlisle. We went through this already.
Carlisle, yeah. Kristen Chenoweth, Leslie Caron, Madeline Carroll, Marge Champion, Richard Carlson, RuPaul Andre Charles, Ruth Chatterton, Simon Cowell, and Wendell Corey. My immediate vote is Simon Cowell, since he kind of like revolutionized, like the tough judges.
I'm stuck Drew Carey, and I'm stuck between RuPaul, but my overall pick would probably be RuPaul Charles.
I'm doing Simon Cowell.
But Simon's a dick.
And then I guess.
But you know what? He does dick well. So you know what? Let's do it.
Okay.
So the next part of this is the J choice and the D choice, which means we look back at the people who we said we were gonna pass on, and we're going to pick only one person from everyone that we passed on. So you know what? For the sake of it, I will right away instantly say, fooled ya. Just kidding. I am voting for RuPaul Charles. Final.
Okay, there's so many of these people, so
it's a speed round. We gotta go.
Okay,
we gotta
out of all of them, I think that's so far. Yes, he's my only pick.
Yes, that means right now that is your final pick. So Johnny Carson also, and RuPaul has it, and every other blue highlight that we have here. All of these people. This is the final list. Everyone that we named: Jackie Chan. We got James Caan. We got Steve Carell. No, not a D choice, because we already picked Steve Carell.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Clark, Jamie Lee Curtis, Gregory LaCava, Ruth E. Carter, Cohen,
Mm-hmm.
Alan Curtis, Penelope Cruz, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Linda Carter for that surprise other addition, Walter Catlett, Arthur Cohn,
Mm-hmm.
Maurice Costello, Buster Crabbe, Ice Cube, Charlie Chaplin, James Cameron.
Yep.
The Simon Cowell, RuPaul Charles, and Johnny Carson are our final list of people who get to keep them. So everyone who we did not decide in that list, goodbye, your stars are gone.
Oh, it is. All right. Okay.
That was shit. I don't like how that was.
Is for, I guess, going halfway through speed running this.
We sat through a nice long episode recording of I Voice Cracked. Otherwise, that was okay. We sat through a nice 2-hour long recording session that honestly took us a little bit longer than a week to actually do. But that's a little BTS moment, which doesn't end in C, so you know what. Whatever. But all funny business aside, thank you for listening to this episode of DomJake Pod. Since it is one of those Hollywood Walk of Fame episodes, it is quite a lot to go through. Not only from a listener's point of view, but from a producer's point of view. This took a long, long time for us to even get going. So
And
we thank you for your patience on that. And you know what? Take it away from here.
if you have any comments and suggestions about what else you want to hear, like in the whole behind the scenes department, as it did made all the pre-production stuff. You know, I mean, I did have an idea of kind of for the past 2 Walk of Fame, Jake was the one who was hosting this, and I decided, wait a minute, no, I'm doing this. So, yes, Jacob did help a bit, but really but appreciate you guys listening to this. This may sound a little cliche, but what would your vote comment section? It doesn't have to be one name, it can be multiple like actors / radio personality. So let's just talk in the comments.
As long as they end with C, though.
Yep. And this time it does not stand for cookie.
Oh.
Yes. And well, thank you all. I do have a little bit of an announcement.
Oh, jeez.
Our skit has finally been finished production, so it may be coming around the corner soon.
Or at this point, listening to this right now, maybe it's already out. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? But yes, that's been a highly anticipated little video, not only probably from any listeners that are interested, but even for us, the producers, because we've been really wanting this to get out for a while, and it looks like it should be out before the month ends, depending on when you listen to this.
You'll get our face reveals.
Definitely.
Not that technically we have had our
Well,
face
actually,
almost just colored in,
well,
right?
Well, not just that, but even
The
some of
shorts, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
the TikTok. So,
Yeah.
but no, you'll get to actually kind of see us more in action than just sitting on the phone and just talking to the camera, but you'll actually get to see us.
Better get used to long recordings because this one's another doozy.
Yep. Well, with that being said, again, thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Subscribe, share, like, comment, notification bell. All right.